Hi Nathan, Nina here. Sorry this took me a little bit to get over to you, but I did notice some things in your market that I wanted to make sure I had a good hold on before I pushed out some information for you. So I'm going to go through this pretty fast. The idea of these videos is that I get to give you kind of the broad overview of what needs to be done for your SEO and your marketing and kind of where your competition is at versus where you are. And just to help you understand these things before we get on the phone and we have a long conversation about, cost, budget, all those things, your goals, that we know exactly what's going on and you can see what I'm seeing. All right? So we jump into this. I'm here on your website. I love your pictures. You have awesome graphics. You have a lot of really good information. A few things I noticed right off the bat. One is I would definitely have some kind of way for customers to contact you up here at the top of this web page. So whether it's a contact form up here, a click to call now button, whichever you would prefer, we definitely want to have something very much towards the top where people can contact you. I see you have an apply now here, but I would definitely put maybe a small form here for them to get with you right away. Or let's add or move that button up here, okay? We can add another one up towards the top. So, sorry about that. The next thing is content. We always hear about, on social media, content is king. Well, it's definitely true for your website too. Content shows the search engines that you are credible, that you have information to offer their searchers. Search engines want to make money just like the rest of us, and so they want people using their search engines. Therefore, when a searcher comes in and looks for something, they want to be able to give them exactly what they need. And so we need to show the search engines that your site is exactly what your leads are looking for. The way we do this is content. I like to see a minimum of 1,000 words on the home page and 300 to 500 on each additional page. And I'll get into this a little more and I'll show you in a minute when we look at your competition, but we definitely need to stay focused on making sure that we have all of that content. I would also advise adding quite a few more pages with information for your users and just stuffing that with high quality, unique, relevant content. Okay? The next thing on your site is I noticed that your title tags, meta tags, and descriptions were not done. So I'm going to hop over here where I searched specifically for your website. And you can see here that your what we call title tag is just 30-minute cache, right? And then down here it's contact us 30-minute cache. Hello world 30-minute cache. And I know this is just a fill-in that WordPress does when these haven't been done. Then you can see here, it looks like some of your descriptions may be done, but mostly it looks like this one here. You can see Google is just pulling this off the page that this is linking to. So we can use these descriptions, we can personalize them, and these title tags to not only optimize your website by having those contain your keywords without stuffing, but also using them to turn over leads by, putting your phone number. It's pulling your phone number into this one, but I would definitely make sure like your phone number or some kind of contact is in every one of them, and that each one of them kind of pulls in the user with quality content so they want to come, click on that link. So I'm going to show you an example of that. When I go over here, I just started with vehicle pawn. It was the most searched keyword in your category, in your area. So you can see here, TitleMax is doing a great job with how to pawn your car title. So they have these nice descriptive long title tags, and you can see their description tags are right here. They're using a lot of keywords, but they're keeping it very, very unique and very relevant. So it's not just like keyword, keyword, keyword. They're saying something and using those keywords that we're searching for. So you see here like pawn, car, pawn. All these things relate to what I searched. So that kind of breaks down your title tags and your descriptive tags there. And your meta tags, they kind of help, but they're more kind of behind this. So that's really important too, to make sure that those are done. So that's kind of what I was looking at on your site. Now we're going to jump over and I'm going to show you a couple of things that concerned me off the bat. One is when I searched for your business and when I searched multiple different keywords, I was not coming up with your Google My Business listing. This is very important. So it either hasn't been done yet and it needs to be done, or if it has been done, it could be, Google could have slapped it down for some reason or suspended it, and those things happen, especially with the business you're in, due to things like they have to be careful with fraud and stuff. But just some optimizing and fixing it up would really bump it back up there. So I would definitely say this needs to be done right away, but it needs to be done correctly so it's optimized and set up right so Google doesn't push you away. Now into the big thing I noticed. Your competition. Almost everywhere I look, every keyword I have tried, you have these 3 competitors. And what's interesting is if you look at these 3 websites, you're going to notice something about them. And that's this right here, this logo. All of these websites are the same business. So this is their actual website. And these are what we call lead generation websites. These are additional websites they put up to pull in all the internet leads off of there. So these are all the same guy. You do not have that much to worry about. So once you get SEO started, it is going to be a process because he's dominating the map pack here. And you can see up here, he's running ads. So what the ads tell me is that this is not pulling him as much traffic as he would like, although he's really dominating the market here. And how I know that's not pulling the traffic he likes is right here. You can see this is Title Max. This is not Hawk Your Car or, the Pawn Your Car or the Cash Fast. This is Title Max. Title Max is owning these top 2 spots, and Easy Pawn is owning these. See? So he's not organically ranking. So although he has these additional sites that he's pulling leads through with ads and with Google Maps, he's not organically ranking, and a good chunk of traffic goes right here. So Google doesn't trust him completely because he's not up here yet. So you definitely have room to break into this market, even though this guy is currently holding it right now. So we're going to kind of look at these sites, and I'm going to walk you through why he's holding these positions and why you're not up here, okay? So like we had talked about with the title tags and the meta tags here, those are very important, in the descriptive tags. The next thing that's kind of important is where we talked about the content. And I shouldn't say kind of important. This is probably the most important part. But you see how much content he has on these websites. He has all of this content, and then he has all of these pages. And I mean, when I look at my little tool up here, if it'll load for me, sorry, it tells me, okay, so his internal is 38. So just on this, off this page, he's linking to 38 additional pages. And they're all full of content when I go through them. The same thing is for this site, and again with his site. There's just a lot of pages, a lot of content, and that is what is putting him up there. The next thing that helps boost your website up is what we call backlinks. And I try not to get too technical with this. So a backlink is like a vote for your website. Every website has what's called a trust flow, and I can show you those kind of as we go further in the process, but I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. Each website has what's called a trust flow, and getting votes for your website is what increases your trust flow, okay? So backlinks are votes, and this is kind of how that plays out. So on his Hawk a Car for Cash website, you can see he has 38 backlinks, and his organic search traffic is 14. So we can see that just being in that map position, he's getting about 14 visitors with 38 backlinks, okay? But we can also see these are what his organic keywords are and what his paid keywords are, and he seems to be doing a lot of paid traffic off and on different, depending on which site it is, different sites. He's been kind of bouncing back and forth doing paid traffic because he's not getting that organic traffic from ranking organically. This one, he only has 6 backlinks and he's only pulling like 1 organic. And then this one, the big website, this is what we wanted to look at. He has 534 total backlinks, but he's only pulling 3 off the organic search. So what we can assume is that out of all 3 of these websites, he's only pulling 18 organic search users out of this map pack. So what that tells me is that your traffic is going here. So this is what we would heavily focus on that they're not focusing on. So we would beat them out here, and we would beat them out here, and that would open up the spot for you to take over the market. They've kind of left that hole for you to jump in and beat them. So I know that's a lot. I kind of wanted to go over all that with you because it's not very often you see the same business kind of owning all of these. We do lead generation websites. We're one of the few SEO companies in the US that do them, and I'm sure one of the few SEO companies everywhere that actually do lead generation websites. So we can do the same thing for you that he has going here, but we can do it correctly, so that way you're not only dominating this space, but you're dominating this space also. And as we improve your revenue and we improve your ROI more and more and more, we can also take over this ad space, just throwing ads up here being all belonging to sites that go to your business. So that is our goal. Our goal is to own the whole front page, because people really don't go to page 2 of Google. And honestly, 96% of search traffic goes between this top one and these 2. So you could pull it all right there. So again, I know that's a lot of information really fast, but I wanted to kind of show you that so you understand, title tags, meta tags, description tags. Also, that we need to get some content on your website. We need to get some additional pages, start adding to this. If you have a web designer, we can work with them to get it in here. If you don't have a web designer, then we can log in and do it, or however you want to work it out that way. But we can get it done for you. And we can absolutely get you beating out your competition, because I can see that right now, without you guys having your Google My Business listing up and things like that, this guy is kind of dominating this whole market, and then Title Max is dominating this whole segment of the market. So we want to make sure we get you guys up there to where you can just have the whole thing instead of just doing half and half like each of them are. So again, let's schedule a time to talk. I can answer any questions you have. We can kind of go over everything, find out what your goals are, what your budget looks like. I always try to ask because there's a lot of services we can offer, and I want to make sure that we can do the most within what your budget is right now, and then we can grow from there. So let's schedule a time to talk. We'll go over everything, and yeah, we'll see where we can help you. All right, I will talk to you soon, Nathan. Bye-bye.